All right. My next question is, in your opinion,
Hmm.
oh, thank you, ladies, again. It's been a pleasure, on and off camera, for real. It's been insightful, for real. I got that stuff coming for you guys later on, okay? In your opinion, why do you think women in these modern times come off so aggressively? Kelsey, go ahead.
Um, I mean, I guess as far as being aggressive, it depends on what you're being aggressive at. You know what I'm saying? Women, we aren't just, we're pretty specific. If I like you, I'm going to be, hey, what's up? What's up with you? You want to kick it? Let's go on a date, whatever. Some women are more aggressive about money. Some women are just aggressive. There's things we're aggressive about, but I mean, as far as men go, at least my personal opinion, if I like what I see, I'm going to tell you. And I've been told by men and women, man, you're a little too much. But I've told by women, girl, maybe, or no, guys like that. I'm like, well, this is just who I am. I don't really play games. So I don't know if that's aggressive, but
Just be yourself.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That's recently at least what aggressive means to me. What's been told to me in the last few months, but that's me.
I think it's kind of changing. You know, we're able to speak up for yourself. I wouldn't say nothing. I just think times are changing. Like, now we're able to express ourselves more than we have in the past. So yeah, we gonna come with it. I personally am not an aggressive woman, but I can relate.
Okay. All right. I think that women are considered more aggressive, not because necessarily that they are, but women now make more than men. Women now have opportunities that previously they didn't have. So women are able to travel. They're able to command their own schedule. They're able to decide when they want to have children. And so I think because there's a transfer, because there's been a transfer of wealth, there's also been a transfer of power. And so because a woman feels like I don't have to ask, then she's like, I want to go home with somebody tonight. What are you doing? And that is considered aggressive to someone else. But when it's a man who has the money and the power, him asking a woman, what are you doing tonight, is not aggressive. It's just normal.
When is the last time, specifically for y'all, that y'all have asked a man out or said, I want that, specifically? Because usually it's not that way. In these modern times, it's not. Starting with Kelsey, go ahead.
Um, Damn. I mean, if I'm being 100, I do that often. Like, I'd be like, yo, but I'm not boring. I'd be like, hey, there's a concert coming up. You want to go with me? Because I'll do stuff by myself. And I'll think of a guy, and I'm like, yo, but lately it's like, damn, y'all. I don't want to say y'all, but men complain about women just being a certain way, or as far as dating goes, and not having, this really want to get to know you vibe. And
Like
I
what
feel like
age
I
group?
present myself like
What
that,
age group
and
you
it's
talking
still,
about?
huh?
What age group?
I'm 31. I don't date younger than me ever. So, there's that. But even, I'm just saying, like I said, it's a mindset though. Some guys just see that, or just aren't in the mood, or I don't know. So that's me personally. Like, that's recent. That's how I approach men. Like, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, we're attracted to each other. Okay, do you want to like do something fun? Like, do you want to but some guys like that. Some guys, I don't know. I ain't got time to be,
I have not had or given myself the opportunity to ask a man out. And I might be the only one in this
Why
section,
not?
but I was raised different, and I have been blessed enough to not have to ask a man out.
Oh, so you got options. Ask
I
you how.
guess. I don't know.
Well, I can say that, like, if I find someone attractive, or like if we're having a conversation and I realize that he's interested, then I have no problem saying, like, what are you doing tonight? So, like when you said maybe 2 weeks ago, I went out with somebody. I was like, so I'm available. He was like, I would love to see you. So he was like, can I send you a car? I was like, sure.
Who sent the? You said I'm available, or he said I'm gonna see you? I want to see you.
Well,
Which came
he had
first?
mentioned that he was attracted to me. He was interested in me. And so I was like, I'm available tonight. I'm free. I'm chilling. And he was like, oh, well, can I send a car for you? And I was like, sure.
Okay.
And then I also met somebody who was like, I can pay you back for your Uber. I didn't go out with him.
Why?
Because I felt like he wanted to.
Stop it. You know why. Stop.
They don't know why. They want to know. I gotta give them that.
Okay.
Why?
Because I felt like he wanted a lot, but he didn't have, like, to me, he could
What's
have
a
said
lot?
he wanted us to go to a club and hang out, which would have been cool, right? So the other date was dinner. So he sent me a car. We had dinner. We hung out. We had some afterwards drinks, and then the car took me back home.
Wait, it's the same dude. So
No, it's a different guy. So the other guy who didn't,
he paid for the car the first time,
and he paid
then-
Uber Black. Ladies always get Uber Black. Okay, go ahead.
And then this one, and the second, and then the second time,
He was like, "Oh, you can get." The second guy was like, "Oh, you can get you a car, and I'll
and
pay
you didn't go
back."
on a date with him,
Huh?
and you didn't go on a date with him.
Because I felt like first of all, he wanted to talk to me every day. See, this is a lesson.
I think this is where y'all two disagree with that. Talking every day.
So he wanted to
It's a
talk
lot.
to me every day. He felt like that he wanted to pull up on me at my apartment. Right? He was like, "Oh, let me bring you lunch," because he wanted to see where I live. I understand the game. I ain't mad, Okay. And that's fine, because where I live, you can't just pull up on me because somebody going to stop you at that door. So I had no problem with that. It was just how he played it. And the thing about me, the unfortunate thing for him was if he had said, "Look, I want to kick it with you. I believe we'll have a really good time, but I can't ball like that. Like, I know you don't drive, so are you willing to come meet me?" You know what I would have said? Yes. And I would have paid for the Uber, and I would have went out to 40 minutes away from my house, and I would have danced all night. Because my thing is, I don't care what your situation is as much as I care about how honest you're willing to be
But
with me
no
about
guy he's gonna say that. No guy willing to say that. When you first meet you, put his best foot going forward. Like, hey, I'm broke. Meet up with me.
Hey, but guess what you can tell me? You can tell me, "Ooh, you fine. Ooh, I want to fuck. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, I don't like that." So my thing is, if you can tell me all these other things, then tell me the truth about what it's going to take to be with you.
Yes, but who gonna tell you that?
An adult?
Nah. Right, not at all.
Someone who is trying to get in your pants and pursue you is not going to tell you that, because that would disqualify them. Period.
And in this case,
And I'm not saying that. I do gotta say something. Yes, fellas, they're gonna disqualify you. So there's no point in lying, because here's the game. What she has been saying for real, all of them. If you show her a lifestyle, she wants to keep that same lifestyle. There's no going back. You show her Nobu, you gotta keep going up. Can't go down here.
And here's the thing too. I just also want to say, if you show me Golden Corral, and I believe you got the potential to get to Nobu, a woman who understands that, what I like to say, who shades the ground she walks on, as I do, I can get you to Nobu, because I know what it's going to take to be successful in most industries. I'm smarter than the average bear, and I'm not saying that I want to build a bear. I would prefer him to be self-made. But what I am saying is that if the only thing,
So I have a question.
No.
I have a question.
but what I'm saying though is that if the difference between, if you have everything lines up, the one thing can't be bartender. Yes. Do you know how intense that is? How much money you can make as a bartender?
I have a question.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so out of the two guys, once you did the Uber Black and the guy told you to meet him, which one did you want?
Neither of them were attractive to me. I thought both of them had problems in their. They weren't. Neither of them were my type.
Okay. Okay.
In all honesty, neither of them were my type.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense.
Neither.
I was make sure.
Yeah, neither of them were physically like I wasn't like, ooh, what's up to either one of them. So they both had to say, hey, I like you and I want to date you in order to in order for me to even go out with them.
Okay.
Right. So one presented one and obviously actually to be honest, the guy on the date, the Uber Black date, told me he had just gotten a raise. Right, so he was excited about making more money, and he probably could afford a Uber Black for a 30-minute ride.
Okay.
Whereas the other guy probably could. He like, I know how much an Uber Black for a 30-minute ride costs.
But I didn't hit an Uber Black around the corner. That was about $40 around the corner. So a 30-minute ride. So he was trying to cash out on that thing. He was impressed.
And it probably wasn't rush hour or nothing.
It was evening. But
I was about to say it was probably prime rates. He was trying to get to the bottom of it. He was trying to get to the bottom of that thing. Like, yeah, shout out to him. But that's just like what she just said off camera. A nerd with $10,000.
Yes.
That's his work.
Yes. Yes.
True, it is. And so here's the thing one of the things that people say is that's important is that people never forget how you made them feel, right? They may forget your name or they may be like unsure about your face, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And so if you take that that thought process into dates or relationships, is that people will never forget how you made them feel. I used to have this motto when I was younger and I dated. I was like, every man has one and I'm her. But then that required for my exes to always call me forever, so I had to change it. But
nigga, that thing must be good.
but I used to be
she said all my exes call me.
Yes, they still call. But
one, two.
It's about there you go with that. There you go with your jokes. It's a total of 7. Thank you very much, Mr. Drink. But no, that was my motto. What'd you say?
You said 7 X's. How long it's been? How many years?
This is college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like all together.
Yeah, recently, like.
No. That's like over a lifetime.
Over a lifetime.
But I don't.
They still call you after all them years?
Because my motto was if it's gonna be one, I'm gonna be her, and so that means that I'm going to create an experience for you that you will never forget. And if you're, for whatever reason, incapable of honoring it to the point of marriage or whatever, I'm her.
Never fuck with me.
Yeah, you're gonna as a matter of fact, I got a text.
Earlier, I want your soul. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
There you go.
Makes sense.
And I take it. And I ain't gonna hurt you. I'm gonna treat you good, and I'm gonna make sure you all right. Wow. I'm even gonna.
That's why you come back.
That
you know that emoji. You know that emoji, the purple emoji with the. You did the yes. Oh yeah. She's wearing purple too. Yes.
Well, my hair a little purple too. But in reality, I want to in order for me to be all in, I have to know that I'm your best friend. I'm the person you trust. I'm the person you don't just love, you like. I'm your homie. And so once I get there with you, then I'm not worried about you going to get your dick sucked, right? So, because I know that you're always this is where you want to be. So that's why I don't worry. I think women worry about like cheating because they think, because he went out and had sex with her, he wants to be with her. No, the only way to get me to not be okay with you is because I believe that she mattered to you more than I did. Okay. If you choose her over me, which means like if something happens in your day and you want to call her and not me, then you need to, that's it.
Okay, got
you need to be with her. So because we all have our thing, right? But for me, my thing, I give you so much patience and so much love and so much tolerance, but there are deal breakers for me too.
All right, again, it's been genuine conversations with men and women. We appreciate you for tuning in. All right, ladies, before we get you out of here, thank you again for showing up on the show. We really do appreciate it. We just want to turn the panel over. You know, I know this is the main part or the purpose of the podcast because I know that there is a disconnect between men and women. So this is your opportunity to ask us a question about these modern times, okay? Or dating or whatever it is. You don't have a...
Okay. No, I have a question for y'all. The same question for both
Okay.
Drink and Dev. Why are y'all single?
That's a great question.
I haven't found the right one.
He hasn't found the right one.
Okay.
What's the right one?
Just one question.
Who's the right one?
And me,
That's all you wanted to say?
me personally, I'm selfish, and I know it, and I might change eventually, but not right now.
That's fair.
You have a question?
So, what do you consider the perfect date experience? Like a first date? Like if you meet a woman who you're interested in seeing, what do you consider to be the perfect first date experience?
So we're black. Nah. My perfect first day experience, like with me,
Uber
like, I'm a
black to the
counselor,
spot.
like, so my day is up and down. It's like me just, I like bar hopping personally. So I'm a bar hop. I'm gonna feed you. Just drink with me. Not as much, but just drink. Just come out and have a good time. No complain. Like this, it's an only requirement for a perfect date.
Repeat the question. I think that's what y'all be saying, right?
The question is, and I'm more than happy to repeat it for you, sir.
Thank you, love.
Is that what would you consider? You meet a girl, you like her. Okay, we passed that point. So now it's the first date. How do you impress her? What do you do for the first date?
Impress her, or how do we just go on a date?
Why is it if you?
I thought you said impress. So I was just.
I did because I would think that if you going on a first date, you gonna be bothered with dating and you want to impress her.
No, I don't.
You don't? Oh, that's a whole other question.
Perfect date. Like the first date. You didn't say the first date with me. It's like a date.
Okay.
The first date.
Okay.
If I like her a lot, I'm not gonna go above and beyond because I'm not gonna keep that up. I'm not gonna lie to myself. Like I'm not gonna go 5-star dining. No, that don't make sense. You might ain't like me like that. It's the first date. So I'm taking you somewhere that's convenient for both of us. If it makes sense. I go, $300 plate. Why? You can leave here and go call your friends. Oh, it's a good first date and it was free for me to eat. Not gonna happen.
Oh, bro,
Not gonna
that's
Not Uber Black.
that's not.
Bro, I've heard girls tell.
What is this
her friends, like, hey,
recklessness?
No, I have a girl tell her friends like, "Hey, that's a good first date, free meal." I've heard it several times.
I'm
Yes,
sorry
several
you
times.
had to. I don't know. On behalf of all the women out here, I want to apologize that was your experience, and I
That was my
hope that.
experience, just like from my
Yeah,
friends.
I hope that you can heal from that, and
I didn't go
if
through
you
it.
can afford a $300 dinner, don't deny her.
But what if she don't like me?
Hey,
It's the first date.
have you ever went $300 dinner though?
Not at all.
Hey, you.
Not at all. Not with a girl I just met. Eventually, I have.
So where did you
Not
take your
starting
first
off.
date?
First date.
Don't
see,
say
first
Chick-fil-A.
date- No. You like Chick-fil-A, huh?
It's
You like-
really your thing now. Okay.
Yeah. A first date would be Moxie's. You ever Moxie's?
Yeah, I
Moxie's
like
is
Moxie's.
decent.
Moxie's
Like,
is
yeah,
decent, and
it's
it's a
decent.
really good price point. Two people can
Right.
eat for under $100.
Right.
Me?
Yeah, you were saying
Okay, Mr. Drink, it's your chance to answer this question.
Hold on 1 second.
It's like it got real dark in here.
He trying to set the.
Oh, this is the
Yeah,
after
yeah,
hours.
It got real
Man.
sexy.
This is the
Bartender, what
after
you
hours
doing back there,
section.
man? Damn. Just playing.
Okay.
First date, man.
$300 plate. That's wild.
And Uber Black.
Man, and a Uber Black.
Man, sorry.
It's all circumstantial based on for me, in my opinion, guys. It's all circumstantial on how you meet the girl and what you guys are into. Just pay attention to what she likes, and hopefully you guys align in what you both like. Show her new experiences, have a good time. I'm just more of a spontaneous person, so for me, since I work a lot, I just am more spontaneous and will just go and just have fun. It doesn't mean that we need to go to Nobu. It doesn't mean we need to go to the park. It's kind of whatever I'm feeling that day, then that's what we're going to do. And if she really likes me back because it's genuine, then
She'll be into it. Exactly. I agree.
So I have a question for you. I have a question for you. No. I'm gonna ask right now. Okay, so you go on a date, right? You spend X amount of dollars. You never hear from her again. How would you feel about that?
how would y'all feel about that, real?
If I were the
Give her a
girl,
mic real quick. They go
Like if we are the person that did that to you, or if that's happened to us.
Hold on. You gotta. When was the last time one of them took somebody out for an expensive, exclusive date?
Y'all don't know me. I was about to say, I just recently.
You give it your mic because
I-
you don't do that. I know.
Whoa.
oh wow,
That's true though.
I recently, me and my friends, I had a girls' night with some friends. They were like on my head because I'm the friend that's like, or the dates that's like, hey, I'll split it. Or I don't know if it's the industry in me, if I want to make sure they get a good tip. Like, I don't know, but I never assume. I mean, I'm not going on, if I'm being honest, $300, $400 dates, if I'm being real. But if we're going to a bar and we're drinking, I'm not going to assume, especially if I'm ordering. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just don't assume. It's nice when they're like, hey, I got it. Cool. Then I'll put my card back. But I don't assume that. That's me.
That was your question?
um,
That was your question to me.
if the person never calls back,
Yeah, okay. You go on a date, right? You spend X amount of dollars on the first date, and she never call you back. How would you feel about that?
Okay, before she answers, guys, you just chalk it up as a loss. It's not a big deal. Like, okay, you went out, you had an experience, you learned something. Every opportunity when you're dating, you need to be learning something because that's just how the game is. The game is not fair. It's a freaking double standard. Accept it, move on. If you don't want to accept it, stop dating.
So how many days you go on till you realize that?
Whoa, slow down. Slow down.
okay. So, so I have been on dates where I didn't call the person by the end, but I always paid my half of the bill. I paid for my
I was
bill
just about to
before
say
it was
that.
over because I knew I was never going to call him
Thank you.
again. So because that's what happened when you're grown.
Thank
you
you.
understand. Look, boo, because limited, baby. How much? As a matter of fact, I have paid for whole meals. This one on
Thank
me
you.
because I wasted both our time because I should have said no in the first place.
Okay.
So I have no problem paying. I don't go to a restaurant that I cannot afford, and I have been on dates and I've had dinner and drinks for over $300. So I don't have a problem with that. I know before the dinner is over whether or not I'm ever gonna call you again, and I'm not poor, so I can afford to pay for my food.
Okay.
But
And
that's
yours, too,
why-
if we have to.
That's why I always assume I'm going to pay, because if I change my mind later, I'm going to remember. At least I paid for my own stuff, even if I really like you. But that's what I'm saying. My friends be on my head about that. I was like, I do that because even if it's cool, if later I'm like, ugh.
Because-
If I'm
I'll
like,
give you-
but
hold up.
because y'all are so focused on how much the date was, if I'm
I'll give you a tidbit. I'll give you an experience. I went out with somebody, and we were on a date, I guess, and I could tell that the experience. I mean, yeah, it was a date, I guess. I mean, we'd have to define dating, I guess, now because it's so different. But I was on a date, and personally, to me, I just took care of the bill. I was just like, yeah, this is, and I told her, I said, I think we're better off as friends, and just paid the bill and left. And that's, I didn't, it's not about the money or something like that. It's just about like, I paid for your time. You were out with me, and let's just move on.
respect that.
Let's just move on. It's okay. Splitting, I mean, guys, they're giving you game. They split the bill with you. They don't like you.
I'm keeping
drink,
my options
I'ma say
open.
this.
If she
That's
spends,
what I'm doing.
if she takes care of the whole tab, though, I will say that she likes you.
Yo, especially if
Oh,
it's
no,
like
no.
if
Let
it's
me
in the
say this.
first round of dates, and all of a sudden it's Dutch.
Right. No, if I pay for the
first date?
food, please don't call me. Delete my number. Let me see you take my number out your phone. Because if I pay for dinner, ooh, I'm mad. Like, I'm the kind of person that if I go to a nail shop or something and I don't like how they did it, I will tip because I just don't want to leave. I don't want it to be. You can't say I owe you nothing.
Thank you.
Because I ain't never gonna fool with you again.
Hello.
Like, I tip because I'm like, not because the service was good, but because I want you to know that when I show out, it wasn't because I couldn't afford it. Yeah, it's probably a Capricorn thing, but I am just not. No, sir. If a woman pays, she didn't like you, boo. Okay,
That's real.
Oh, what's your question? Okay, so
She didn't have a. Hold on, you had a response for that?
no, I had a question for him.
Oh, she didn't ask a question.
No, we were gonna get to there.
Nah, her last question
Her
for
question.
y'all.
He has another question.
Oh, gotcha.
For you. Okay, so how many first dates did you go on before you say, check it up?
It's not. It's one first date.
No, he said like the first date. No, for different females.
Then how's it a loss if every time it's a first date? How are you gonna chalk it up as a loss?
How many you going on for? You like, fuck this. I'm not gonna keep spending money on.
That's what dating is, though.
If it's different women in their first dates, how would you know to chalk it up as a loss or to not keep dating? Because every experience is
Oh,
different.
you realize like, damn, like okay, maybe dating ain't for me.
That's a totally different question, dude.
It is a totally. It is.
No, it ain't no.
This week, they spend $3 per day. The goddamn, like, in the week.
Wait, say what you said again?
All right, okay. The whole month spent right, go 10 dates, spending let's say $200 a date. That's $2,000 just dating this month. And you got no calls back. No, this question for you. Like when you say, you know what? Maybe I should just find someone who like me. I guess.
I think I need to understand.
Yeah. No. That's
Maybe.
Like he said. That's a disingenuous
saying-
question,
No,
bro.
it's this real question though. Like,
That's a disingenuous question.
Fine-tune your question because
That's a disingenuous question, bro.
it sounded like you're trying to get to a point or something.
So are you
To know what that is, 'cause, like,
right after? Are you asking
Nigga said
after
you
how
give
many
up.
dates do you say, hey, this wasn't for me? Is that what you're asking? After how many dates and after how much money
Hold
you
on.
spent, do you say, nah, this shit ain't for me?
So how did you even get 10 dates?
I mean, if you go on dates with different females, like at different times, like
How did you get 10 women to go on 10 dates and dating ain't for you?
Take notes, guys.
So how?
How? Like
So
at,
the first date, it's a lot of first dates, right? And you do best foot forward on the first date to try to impress her. I quote.
no. Prior to you even landing a first date, how did you get 10 women to be interested to even go on a date?
Are you saying 10 dates with one person?
2024. Like it's 2024.
You're taking it a step further because this goes back to what the girls are saying. Guys ain't out here getting 10 dates. So the fact you're gonna ask me that, it's different from us than it is for them. They're
Like-
not even getting one date.
Okay.
First date.
That's-
First date.
You get what I'm saying?
Yo.
But then, Drink, you have a client facing job, so you could meet 10 women in a week that wanted to date you.
He's asking me questions because we're in the industry, so it's different because when you're as a person, when you're put in front of something every day, like say you're going to the gym every day, you're going to get stronger because you keep going in consistency to do something. So you're building up something. Pay attention. If you're talking to women, how can you not get better at it? You're going to get better at talking to women because you continue to talk to women. If you stop doing it, then you're not going to get better. So you need to talk to women to become better. If she rejects you because of this, you need to pay attention to know what you did to now correct it. That's case in point. Like,
So you wouldn't give up?
what are you talking about?
His question.
Life is not about giving up. Life is always going to challenge you. So as a man, you have to just continue to
That's
move
not a real question.
I mean, it's not. But it's life is not about giving up. If you want to give up, then there's a delete button.
Can I answer the question?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, for one, any man of purpose ain't gonna have time to go on 10 dates in a week. Start with that.
A month.
Not a month. Cause here's the thing. Like you say, anybody outside the industry doesn't have enough time to vet 10 women, interest 10 women if you're purposefully on your plan, right?
Okay.
Would you agree with that? Would y'all agree with that?
I agree completely.
Okay. So for starters, you shouldn't even be dating at that kind of volume. Even if you was in college, you probably meeting 10 people, but you're not going on 10 dates.
Okay, I'm listening.
Is that fair?
I'm listening.
All right, 2. If you're wholeheartedly vetting people that you're interested in, everything ain't a date. It's not.
Because, and I'll say, like, to bring that to a real thing is that a first date with me may not look like dinner and a movie. That's just, I mean, because that's boring. I don't want to go to a movie with you.
Okay.
I mean, with me, but or also a first date. Or
You set her up for that one.
I
You-
mean, here's the thing.
that was a little Metro. You threw that one right up.
But also, a first date for me could very well be, let's go to the park or let's go to the museum. Let's go somewhere where we can talk and actually, because it depends on how, if I'm really interested in you.
Exactly.
So what happens is men go on these dates with these girls that aren't interested in them. They just want, I had a friend, and this is, she married and grown now, but when she was younger, she would she was not working.
Gang, listen.
She was not working. So she would, all the men who liked her, she would have lunch scheduled. She would have
What I said earlier.
dinner scheduled.
Oh,
Day.
but
She
but
would
that's
have-
that's from a female's
She would,
perspective,
right. This
not
is
a
just
male.
this is what I'm saying. She would have It wasn't that she wasn't necessarily interested in them. She would have great conversations. They would enjoy themselves, but she was trying to make sure she had something to eat. And so that's what I'm saying to you. Like, you have to, like he said, vet a woman, right? So like he said, if you have time to vet a woman, you're sitting there and you're listening to her. I don't care anybody says. If you're intelligently listening to a woman, even a man, anybody who you listen to without your own ego in the way, you will hear everything you need to know about them. Because poor people tell you that they're poor. They don't come out and say they're poor, but they tell you how they live their life. And if you're not poor, you listening and like, oh, I remember when I was poor and that's what I used to do, right? Or not. Or you like, I cannot completely at all identify with this craziness, right? But you hear it because you're listening, and that's what he meant by vetting. It means you're having a real conversation with someone and you're understanding, okay, so she's just trying to get to STK because she ain't never been, right? I mean,
if you were fool enough to lead with STK, guess what? Then you going.
Speaking from experience, I was saying from a female who I knew.
No, nobody said you were speaking from experience.
No,
We just knew that wasn't a real question.
Because it's a free meal. She told me, hey, want to date real quick because it's a free meal.
She just said the same thing.
It's what I'm saying. I had a female who I knew who was doing that. That's all. I was speaking.
And that's what I'm sharing. Like, yes, that does happen. But what I'm saying
But
is
at
that
that volume?
the guy who took her to
Hey,
dinner,
guys do it, though.
if he had listened, he would have known she just out here for the party.
Finesse.
That's not.
No.
I'm,
That's what I'm saying. You know who he thinking about.
What's he thinking about?
You think?
Personality.
What?
Hey.
We not all like that, all right, y'all.
Advanced level game that he's trying to tell you, and he's playing.
No, that's not.
guys there
Hold on.
don't know
No, don't do that. That's not advanced level game. That was a disingenuous question. Everybody here knew that was a bullshit question.
right.
But like, even if you, because think about the whole how to get sex thing. How hard it is to get a date is changed drastically over time too.
Yeah.
So I have a question
She just said women make more than men.
I have a
Nigga,
question
nigga, I
for
don't
you.
need you to take me on a date. I can take myself on a date.
Yeah.
Me and my friend group go on badass dates all the time. So if I'm not interested in you, I don't have to go on a date with you.
Right.
So I have a question. You think technology or social media changed the game on that?
No. Income disparity changes the game on that. Because remember, I told you, I think I may have mentioned this off camera, when a woman makes a certain amount of money, we don't even know how to stay soft when we make more money. Right? We don't know how to stay soft. We don't know how to, and then we have so many young girls who are broke
Basically
and
saying they don't know how to act when they start making that.
And because we don't, because the rules change, right? Because it's different when I need you to keep me in my, I need you to give me a lifestyle. So you got to think about how dating, when a man can present you with, hey, I live in the Hamilton on the 30th floor and you could come here. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm just
Yo.
saying, like, okay. I'm just saying, like, you know, like I live here. I live in the pit house and I can provide you with this. And you live at home in the projects with your mama. He done said something to you. Right?
Okay.
But I live in a high rise. So if he says that to me, I'm like, that's nice.
Okay. I have a question. So if I go on social media and see a girl from out of town who don't know nothing about
Yeah.
I have a question on that question. Who believes social media nowadays?
society
Better question.
that we live in, I can scroll up and
Better question.
find a girl I really want and fly her out.
That don't mean that's who she really is
It
and
don't
what she
matter.
really
I'm
about.
going by what I see.
Why would you go with what you see on social media?
This is the society we live in today. Not saying me.
Men do not do that shit. Just because she's posted on social media and shows something, do not do that.
Listen
Do
to
not
him.
do that.
Right, because listen,
said not me,
if
though.
you look on my social media, you would think I have never had a boyfriend. You would think, because I don't post guys, right? I don't post guys. I don't post. When I post travel, it's because I just got back. All you see is me on the plane. You do not really see what I did while I was there. Where hotel I stay. Only reason why I post hotels because my best friends be like, "Oh my God, I love this place. So can y'all post this because we want to? Because that's nice. If I ever go to Paris, I want to stay there. That's it. Like I'm not giving you my whole experience. So that's not a
You be
smart way to
solo?
pick people. I mean, that's my business, right?
In
So social
business
media
and
thinks
social media.
that I'm single out here in Paris doing my own thing. They don't know if I got flown out or flued out or whatever you want to call it. The point is, yeah, I got real hood family.
Uber
members.
black.
The
Uber
point
black
is,
fellas. She said Uber black before. She's getting flown out. It's okay.
My thing with social media, I do not care about social media. And by I don't care, I use it, it's fun. I've been caught up, but I always come back to myself and realize I don't care about none of this. And if we're dating or hanging out and at any point you bring up social media, like look at my Instagram or I'm gonna block you on Instagram, I'm gonna look at you like you're absolutely nuts. I'm sorry,
You just
that's
grew- you
crazy
just grew a
because
third eye.
the way that I see my life going, I don't want to be thinking about Instagram. You feel me? That's not. I need Instagram with what I do. I'm in the industry as well, and I appreciate it. But I am not going to let social media rule my thinking or my life, my dating. Because, like I said, I've admitted I've been caught up in it. It's easy to be like, what the? And then find yourself in these weird places. And it's like, you know what? No, this is social media. Like you said, I can make someone think whatever they want to think. I live presently. I live real life. You know what I'm saying? So, that's, no.
And then I think you had a question, right?
Did I? I forgot it.
No. I thought you had a question for us.
I forgot what the question was.
You asked your question. You asked your question for us. You didn't ask
Okay.
your question first.
So my question is, as single women that we stand here before y'all, what advice do you guys give us as single women to
love
find
that.
a good man,
Oh,
or to find a good date,
I'll let the wait.
or to
wait,
find
what?
a good
Hold on.
company?
I
How
like
about to
the
find
good
good
man
company,
question.
good man, good company, good
I like
date?
the good man.
What
Repeat
do
the
you
question
get
real quick, just so I understand?
as single women
Yeah.
that you see before you? What
Mhm.
advice do you give us for us to find good company, find good men, find good companionship?
I'll let the producer handle that question. There you go.
Really depends on what the initial interest is. Is it play? Is it relationship? Is it family building? Those all have 3 different end goals. If you play, you need to go where playing is taking place. Clubs, bars, online dating. That's like one segment. If you're family building, you might even want to get as serious as getting a professional dating coach or a
Yep.
actual relationship mixer and
Guru.
matcher, so you can kind of get a new profile of who you are in the moment in time and what you're really looking for, and if that's even available in your area as opposed to the internet, right? And if you're in between, like, you know, you're in hookup culture, make yourself available. Like those gyms. Like if you're working on yourself, that helps. If you're on beaches, that helps. If you're at parks, like if you're in places where men are, Home Depot, solo trips, you're gonna get some attention. Like I say, and you can't really count out the level of attention it is. There might be somebody who's a contractor who is a 6-figure guy. There might be somebody who cuts yards.
A 2 and an 8.
Right. like the value of these interests are gonna vary, but those are your like physical starting points. As if I'm single and I want to try to switch it up, you could do that tomorrow.
I like that, man. That's a great point right there.
Hey,
you.
thank you guys very
great
much
point.
for being on the show. We really do appreciate it. I'm gonna get y'all's Instagrams, fellas, ladies. You can follow these young ladies. It'll be below. We appreciate them for coming out. Thank you guys for listening to Genuine Conversations. That's a wrap.